So let me get this straight, that the Weyland-Yutani Corporation, from now on referred to as WTC because it's too long a name to pronounce, did they actually send colonists, actual families, 100 plus, to their doom? Did they know about the alien and what was there when they sent those colonists in? Or was it a case of corporate ignorance? So the first theory that I can think of is that the corporation, Weyland-Yutani, they're so large that when the events of Alien and they lost the Nostromo, they kept it classified. They didn't want anyone else to jump on this new discovered species, which could be a biological weapon and gives root to so many things. So they kept it hush hush. They classified it. Later on, I'll talk about 57 years later, the people who came across the information, in this case, Burke, who's a company man, he wasn't aware exactly what he was dealing with. So did he innocently send those people, those colonists in to investigate, not knowing what he was dealing with, because the files and the data regarding what happened on the Nostromo and later on the Romulus was classified and he couldn't access it? Or was it a case that Weyland-Yutani Corp, WTC, they're so big that 57 years later, the events that happened on the Nostromo and on Alien Romulus, like, they didn't know about it when they came to aliens. When Burke and team came across it, when they got the information, hey, there's a new find, just send those colonists in to investigate, because they were just being greedy. But it wasn't like nefarious. They didn't know what was there, because it's really hard to know what somebody did at your job 57 years ago, right? Or was it a case where they nefariously sent the colonists there, knowing that what could happen, and they actually wanted the eggs to become xenomorphs so they can then go and actually get a live specimen, which is very nefarious? Is that what the company was up to? Or it could have been as simple as Weyland-Yutani sent the colonists in, knowing that the eggs were there in the hopes of just getting the eggs. They didn't think it was going to become a giant F up. But if that means that they didn't learn anything from what happened 57 years ago, and they didn't learn anything from what happened 37 years ago in the events of Romulus. And I just find that hard to believe, that the Nostromo event happened, and then Romulus happened, and then only then did Burke and company do the research to find Ripley and figure out what was happening there. That they were completely blind to the fact that they were sending the colonists to that ship that was abandoned, and they didn't know what they were walking into. I find it hard to believe that Burke didn't know what was there. But it's possible, because Weyland-Yutani Corp is so large within the alien universe that it's possible that the information wasn't relayed. We're talking about 57 years. So we don't know, was he nefarious in the sense that he sent the colonists there knowing they were going to encounter these face hugger eggs and they would eventually become xenomorphs, and they would send the Marines in to recover a specimen? Or did he simply think that they could go there and recover the eggs and it wouldn't become like this giant tragedy, which it did? Or wasn't he wasn't aware of anything? He knew the coordinates, he found them in the record, and he didn't know exactly what was there, so he sent the colonists there to investigate. So it's up to you. Put it in the comments. Like, do you think that Burke and Weyland-Yutani, 57 years after the events of Nostromos and 37 years after the events of Romulus, do you think that they were ignorant of what they were going to find there? But then I would ask, like, why not send Marines in from the beginning? The events that happened on LV-426 with the colony, it happens weeks before they send the Marines in. So if anything, couldn't they just waited a few weeks and just sent the Marines in directly if they thought they were going to encounter that type of resistance from the aliens? That makes me wonder, like, why sacrifice a whole base with all those people there? So it's up to you. What do you guys think? Put it in the comments. Which one do you think it is? Is Weyland-Yutani Corp just being nefarious like they are through every single alien movie? Or no, this is corporate ignorance. They didn't know what was there. 57 years ago, somebody said something and wrote it down somewhere, and it was classified. So put it in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. As always, guys, this is The Tone Show. Make sure to subscribe for more Tone Show. And if you enjoyed this video, check out one of my other videos where I answer other questions that go around the internet in this Answer Attached series. Tone Show,